Alright, are y'all ready? I'm just going to rip this off and see if the iPhone will work with a literal torn connection on the inside. I think that's much worse than removing this the proper way. So 3, 2, 1, and boom. Well. How many parts of an iPhone can I completely remove before it stops working? Starting with the camera, speaker, earpiece, and so much more. You can see the iPhone starts to react when it starts to notice something is wrong and all of its internals are missing. So if you're thinking about sticking around, make sure to subscribe to the channel. This will be an interesting video. So here we have an iPhone 7, and I'm going to be showing that pretty much every piece of this iPhone is working optimally. So let's take a look. This is the iPhone 7, the home button works, and then I'm going to show y'all that the camera also works. You can see the front facing camera works right here, and I'm also going to be removing the speakers as well. So I want to prove to y'all that this is a working iPhone. So these are the speakers.
Charger's connected, it makes a sound.
And you can see they clearly work. It's making sound. Let's get started with this video now. So I'm going to open up this iPhone. And I've actually opened up this iPhone before years ago, but I literally haven't done anything. So for this video, I just want to show y'all what'll happen when we remove the first item from this iPhone. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to disconnect the battery, and I'm going to have to detach the screen ribbon cables. There are 2 ribbon cables, one right on top of the other, and then there's an additional ribbon cable at the very top of this iPhone. So I'm going to be removing all 3 of those cables so we can have an easy to work with workspace. So the first thing I'm going to be removing is the camera. So this is going to free up some space on the iPhone. I wonder why Apple engineers didn't do this to make the iPhone lighter. After all, aren't they working towards this as a goal for their iPhones? Now what's really cool is I was going to remove the earpiece of this iPhone, and I realized something. There is a front-facing camera on this iPhone, and the ribbon cable is actually way longer than I had expected. So it gave me an idea. What if I take this front-facing camera and it's long enough to be bent over to be put in the spot of the rear-facing camera that's like the high-quality one you would like take photos with? So what I'm going to be doing is taking the front-facing camera and shoving that where the old camera used to be. So before we do that, I'm going to remove the speaker as well, put this iPhone really on its last leg, disconnect it from its connectors from the motherboard, and I got to be careful here because the charging antenna is connected to that as well. Alrighty, so I successfully removed the speaker from this iPhone. It hopefully should still work. I removed the rear-facing camera and the earpiece. So the iPhone is missing 3 major pieces of hardware, and it's also missing an entire connection. On top of that, I did try to remove haptic feedback. I will take care of that after, but what I'm going to do is connect the screen back to the iPhone and see what will still be working. Now, this is where I'm going to add the camera back from the front-facing camera, and I'm going to try to stretch it over and make it fit where the other camera used to go. So this is going to be trippy. I want to see what will happen, and this could be very interesting. This could be a Frankenstein iPhone that's missing a ton of pieces, and let's see if this works. So right now I'm trying to align the rear camera for FaceTime calls and make it the one to like take photos of like a mountain with. It's a little complicated because the ribbons are all very small and hard to work with, and this is not designed for that. So it takes a lot of work bending it over while at the same time trying to connect the last ribbon cable while also having the 2 other ribbon cables connected. So there's really not enough room to work, but you can see eventually I'm getting the hang of it, and I'm placing that camera in the right spot, and then from there I do have to connect the screen. So I'll be back once that's taken care of. Alrighty, so eventually I got it taken care of. I'm sliding the screen back on, and let's see what part of this iPhone can still work, or if it even turns on. So part of the ribbon cable is bulging. I wonder why. It's definitely not because I removed half of the internals, but yeah, everything's a little bulgy on this iPhone. I didn't screw everything in. This is just a test. Alright, let's see if this puppy turns on. Oh my goodness, this thing actually turned on. This is literally missing half of its components. Alright, let's see. This thing's missing a speaker, a camera, and so much more. These are all the items that aren't in the phone. It's kind of weird to be holding items that feel thicker than the actual phone itself, knowing it came from it. All right, so this YouTube video is not playing any audio, probably because the speaker is in my hand. Let's test out the camera. All right, so opening up the camera, we get a black screen, and nothing's happening. I'm assuming it's trying to pull up the rear camera, which there is no rear camera. It's on my desk. And trying to, holy crap. So this is the front-facing camera. I guess I didn't put it in properly. I just tried to shake it to maybe see if it wobbles. All right, I will fix this. We will get a result. We will get a result. Okay, so we know it works, though. This is the front-facing camera, and it's in the rear. So I just fixed it. I flipped the iPhone around, and I put that camera in a better spot, in a better location to see if this will actually work. So taking a look at this iPhone, I'm unlocking it. I already fixed the issue, and now I'm getting a warning saying the flash is disabled due to heat. Now, the phone is not hot at all. So I'm curious as to what this is about because I have the camera right here, but it's saying it's hot. You would think there would be a diagnosis saying, your iPhone's missing a freaking camera, but clearly it just says it's hot. Holy crap. So I restarted the iPhone, and this is the result. We now have the front-facing FaceTime camera as the rear camera, and everything is mirrored. Everything looks so weird. Take a look at how my normal iPhone paired with the Frankenstein phone, you could see that everything is like twisted, it's reflected, and everything moves in like the opposite direction. This is what a normal iPhone looks like side to side. You could see this is what this one looks like. Everything's like appears on the screen faster and it's more sensitive. It's so trippy. Everything is in reverse. Like, that's so weird. You could see that's crazy. So I was going to try to remove some more pieces to this iPhone, but there's not really much to remove. I would remove the battery, but that's kind of stupid because it actually just won't turn on. The goal is to see how much we can remove. And this haptic feedback is actually under a connection that is screwed in with a screw that I accidentally stripped, so I can't take it off. So I have a better idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just rip this haptic feedback off. So this iPhone will have a ripped ribbon cable. It'll have a loose connection. So I hope I don't get shocked. But the goal is to see if I could just literally brute force rip off a piece of the iPhone and see if it still turns on. But the rest of this iPhone is literally just logic board and buttons. And we all know you can use an iPhone with no buttons. There's a accessibility feature for that. So that's not really that interesting. All right. Are y'all ready? I'm just going to rip this off and see if the iPhone will work with a literal torn connection on the inside. I think that's much worse than removing this the proper way. So 3, 2, 1, and boom. I literally just ripped ribbon cable on this iPhone. All right, I'm not getting shocked, so that's good. The battery's also not connected, so let me connect the battery. All right, the battery's just connected, and okay, good. I'm not getting shocked. Alrighty. So now the next goal is this iPhone has a ripped ribbon cable. It's missing haptic feedback, which is critical for the home button because this is an iPhone 7 and, you know, we've removed so many screws. We've removed a speaker. We removed the earpiece. We removed haptic feedback and all of these brackets to hold everything in place. And on top of that, we removed the camera. So this iPhone is literally on its last leg. So look how much space is inside this iPhone that we now have. So we are literally doing Apple's job for them by making it thinner and lighter. And this will probably save battery life. So holy crap, this thing actually turns on. Apple engineers, you can accept my job application. I'm literally doing your job for y'all. Pretty sick by making everything, you know, thinner and lighter. And wow, this home button does not click. Makes total sense. I removed the haptic feedback, but I'm surprised that it actually like works. Like the phone will register everything. The ringer doesn't work. There's no sound. There's no vibration. The camera, I mean, we know what happened with that. It's only got one camera, and it's the front-facing camera. But that's not even appearing to be working at all. That's crazy. This iPhone has no speakers, so if you're going to record a video, I guess you got to have headphones to listen to it or like Apple wired earbuds. It makes sense. This is the iPhone that removed the headphone jack. So, I mean, it makes total sense to do one-up Apple and just remove the speaker, camera. I mean, let's just remove it all, right? So, you could see that I'm pulling up a YouTube video. Everything's still working. So, the Wi-Fi on this phone works. iMessage works. If it could pull up a YouTube video, like, you could have a legit iPhone with nothing in it. So, thank y'all so much for watching. And as always, peace.